Do you think they're going to be able to tell that we've got the phone duct taped to an easel?
Nah, it's fine.
Hey everybody, Kim and Spencer from Backstreet here. We've been paused for a whole week, and I tell you what, we have missed you guys. We're happy to say we've been able to take care of a couple of art emergencies by leaving art supplies on the front porch and in our little lending library. So if we can get any supplies for you to work on at home, just let us know at this number here. But Saturday, March 21st is World Puppetry Day. And so today, in honor of World Puppetry Day, Spencer's going to show us how to make a puppet out of everyday objects that hopefully we have around our house. I made a puppet out of a tangerine, and I think he's delightful. But Spencer says we can do a whole lot better than that.
All right. There, okay. To start off with, I'm going to go over a list of fairly common household items you more than likely will have some access to, regardless of your state of social distancing. And okay, to start with, you will obviously need we're going to start with a sweatshirt, an old one preferably, or your best friend's favorite. However you want to do that. It's up to you. Then a marker helps to mark out where you're going to make your cuts and mark where you're going to place your eyes, which some regular buttons for a shirt. You can take them off a shirt, or if you have extra buttons, some people do. And then needle and thread, preferably a color match to the sweatshirt, but the stitching should stay mostly hidden. If it doesn't match, it'll be fine. Okay. All right. So to start, we're going to take the sleeve, find the sleeve in the best shape. Obviously, this one has paint on it because I paint. Okay. And what you're going to do is take it at about a 45. Well, first you're going to want to decide if you want the seam on the top of your puppet or on its belly. I'm going to try to make it on its belly, so you'll want its mouth to angle away from the belly, or like that, if that makes sense. So take the shirt, fold it at about a 45-degree angle there. And then you're going to find something with a curve that goes approximately halfway. I'm going to use my coffee cup here. And let me think this. Okay. And that's going to go at the bottom of your curve there. Actually, we should fold this the other way so you can actually mark on the surface you'll be using. All right. And put that about halfway on there. And then you're going to take your marker and trace about a quarter of the way around the cup there. And then what you're going to do is take your cup up here to the other end and do the same about a quarter of the way. And then you'll simply draw a straightish line to connect those. All right. Then I'm going to take your scissors. If I didn't mention, it'll help to have scissors. And you'll unfold that and simply cut, trying to remove all your marker marks because you don't want those showing through. And done. And that will give you a usable mouth flap. All right. And then, and don't worry if some of your marks left when you sew the mouthpiece in. It'll get hidden in the seam. It'll be fine. Okay. So our next step, it might be easier at this point to remove the sleeve from the rest of the shirt. Like so, and pretty close to done here. All right, and open it up like so, and you'll kind of map out where you want your eyeballs to be. I put them kind of further forward than you might think, because when your hands in there, they're gonna be kind of far back. So just kind of make a quick little mark there and there, just however you think they'll look good, or you can try to see, and you'll just line those up there and there. All right. All right, now we'll go ahead and attach those. Not really an expert on putting on buttons, but seems straightforward enough. We'll go through this together. There they are. Just get a long enough piece of thread to work with, not an exact science. And just put that through there. And start underneath where you want your eyeball to be. Ah, wait a minute. It bled through a little bit, but that'll be okay. Yes. Up and through. And put the button on. Down through the button. There. Pull that. Make sure that stays in place. Oh, needle came off the thread there. And then you have your little marker mark there, and just keep going up through your buttonholes there. And then you'll repeat those steps for the other eye. Okay, and through the magic of television and whatnot, he now has two eyes, and we're going to create the mouth plate. At point I will introduce two materials I forgot to mention: some sort of thin cardboard, poster board, cereal box, just any kind of thin cardboard you can cut with some scissors will work, and some piece of fabric. It can either be a part of your sweatshirt. I'm using a piece of felt that we have laying around here. Just a different color will be more apparent, but if it's the same, that's fine too. Okay, but you're going to make your mouth shape by taking first the top half of it. You'll trace off your puppet itself. So we'll lay him out flat with his head spread out, and we will trace that real rough on the cardboard. And again, if you get a little bit of marker on the edge of your puppet, don't worry too much. That's going to be hidden in the seam. All right, and we are that. And then you take the end of the sleeve you cut off when you made your puppet, and we'll line that up as best we can with what you got there, and we'll trace the bottom half. And if it doesn't line up exactly, we'll fill it in from looking at it, but it's not hypercritical. Get the basic shape, and we'll just connect the dots there and there. There's our mouth shape, and then I'm just gonna look and make sure that makes sense. And you might bring that in a little bit, just so it will give it plenty of room to fit inside your puppet. Then, first we'll cut around your outside line because we'll trace that onto the felt fabric for the mouth. And again, it doesn't have to be felt. It can be any kind of fabric you have laying around. It can even be a part of the shirt you cut the sleeve off of to make the puppet. And again, it doesn't have to be super exact. We should probably mark which side was the top because they kind of has a similar shape all around. So go ahead and mark that while you have that there, and then we'll trace around this onto your fabric. And you will cut around. And again, let's not forget to mark our top, and that'll be hidden inside the puppet. So, but that'll just help you keep track of that. Now, and then this little line you drew inside, you'll just kind of cut that out so your mouth takes a little smaller so it'll fit and be able to be maneuvered. And you might have to adjust this a little bit as you try to fit it all together. It's all it's not a super precise process, so. All right, and then once you have that cut out, you will kind of size that up to your puppet, decide where you want his mouth to bend. You want it to about meet the bottom there, so you just give that a little bit of a crease right there. Okay. And then you'll know that that one's the top, so you can just cover that up. And I'm going to use hot glue. You can use basically any kind of glue. Just obviously give it time to dry before you sew it in there. But I'm just going to quickly put a line right along here. Be sure not to glue on top of your crease because you want that to stay loose and not too stiff. So put a line to either side of it. And then I'll line this up the best I can. It's not, again, not super precise. Just about centered, so you have a little bit of an edge on all sides. Press that down. And just to kind of hold this down, I will put a little bit of glue on all the edges there. Dot there, press that down, and a dot at the very tip here. Press that down. If you are using hot glue, be careful, it can burn you. Use a little bit of caution there. Okay, and then we'll let that, I'm gonna let that cool a second. So, okay, a little more television magic there. I trimmed this a little bit closer. You'll want about 1/8 of an inch hanging over, and I went ahead and threaded my needle. Basically, and pull out about enough thread to go around this twice. And a little bit extra for tail end there. Basically, what you're going to do is start by turning your almost finished new friend inside out here. Don't worry, he'll be fine. Then, lining up your mouth plate with the cardboard, with him inside out, with the cardboard facing towards you. So when you turn him right side out, the cardboard will be inside of him and the fabric will be what is showing. So you basically line that up end to end. And then start sewing. I like to use a whip stitch. It's pretty simple, straightforward, and easy. Just the way I start it, I go through, and I'm sure to pull it through until I just have a little bit of a tail left. Okay, just a couple inches, and then I hold that tail, and then I actually go back, make one really long stitch, again about an inch. And then I pull that through. Okay, and then you don't need to tie a knot there because you're gonna tie it up when you stitch over it. Now, you took that first stitch about an inch back, and then you're just gonna start about every 1/8 inch or so, just making one stitch, and you're gonna trap that tail end and that first long stitch underneath your first handful of stitches. Sometimes you get a knot there. Just try to work that out. All right. Pull that through. Okay, and again, you trap that tail and your long stitch there. Now, about 1/8 inch further, and pull it through. Can you, okay, make sure I'm not in the way there. Yeah. Just keep going. About an 1/8 inch or so per stitch. Just once more through television magic, we have jumped ahead, and I am completely finished sewing around this. I'm going to show you how to finish off here. You just want to take your needle up underneath an already finished stitch ahead of you, and just pull that through there. Find a little loop here, and send your needle back through the loop. Pull that tight, and you can do that a couple times just to make sure it's plenty secure. Oops, I lost my thread there. Yeah, so that should be tied off, and I will cut that slack there. And then let's get that needle someplace where it won't get lost. All right, and then to finish off, you'll want to pinch your new friend's mouth plate in there, and just kind of, it's going to get a little tight there. Just turn him back right side out. Let's see if I can turn him right side out. Just kind of push his face through there. Let's see how we did. He's a little snug. Just work that on through, and you've made yourself a fun little friend.
Well, you were right. That was a way more creative way to make a puppet than turning a tangerine into one. But you can't eat your puppet. Can you? Don't eat your puppet. If you guys need supplies like needle and thread or buttons, we're gonna leave it outside in our little lending library. And if you do create a puppet and you want to share it with us, take a photo and hashtag World Puppetry Day and Art Saves Lives. We hope you're finding ways to stay creative at home. And if we can do anything to help you, let us know. See you later.